Today I'm going to show you how you can use Dropbox as a cool way to sync up your resources folder to every single computer that you use when you lesson plan. If you follow these steps, you'll no longer have to worry about having resources on one computer and not having them on another. Well, if you're like me, you probably lesson plan on more than one computer. You might have your desktop PC at school, your laptop at home, your district laptop, maybe a Mac at home, who knows. But if you're lesson planning on all four of these computers, you want to have access to the same resources on all four computers without having to carry around a flash drive or worrying about emailing yourself files, things like that. So, do you lesson plan on more than one computer? If you do, then this video is for you. Before we begin, let's look at what you'll need in order to complete the steps that follow. You'll definitely need a Dropbox account installed on every single computer that you use to lesson plan. It's free, and if you want to figure out how to do that, you can watch another one of my instructional videos. You'll need ActivInspire software on all the computers you intend to use this on. And you'll also need to have a working knowledge of how to use the My Resources folders in ActivInspire. And again, there is an instructional video about how to do that on my YouTube channel. So let's begin. In a previous training, I demonstrated how you can save things to your resources folder. In your browser, if you go to the resource browser, you'll notice that you have what's called My Resources. These are all sorts of gadgets, tools, flipchart pages that you've saved over time to use in your lesson building. For example, I have Chuck Norris on hand just in case. Now, by default in ActivInspire, all of your resources are stored in your Documents folder on your computer. So if you were to open up your Documents folder, you would see a folder in there called Active Software, and then ActivInspire, and then My Resources. Again, this is where your computer will normally store all the files and resources that you store. However, all we're going to do is basically take this folder and copy it, and we're going to move it into Dropbox. Now that I've copied my resources folder into my Dropbox, all I have to do now is tell ActivInspire from now on, locate my resource files in Dropbox. This is very simple. In ActivInspire, you go to the View menu, all the way down to where it says Customize. In this menu that pops up, you're going to go to the Settings tab. And in this menu over here, you're going to go to Profile and Resources. If you look here, this is the default paths that your computer uses to find your resource files. I'm only going to be changing the default path for My Resources. So if I click on this little button here, it's going to say where are your resources stored now. So again, if I go to Dropbox and locate the folder that I just created, that's it. Now I'm going to say choose, and now my computer, whenever it looks for my resource files, is going to find them in my Dropbox. Say done. The only step that you actually have to repeat on your other computers in order for this all to work is this step right here, where you change your settings to basically tell each of your other computers, hey, from now on, my resources are located in Dropbox. So again, this step right here is the only setting that you need to change on the other 3, 4, 5 computers that you have. Now, the best part about this is, let's say that I was creating a lesson at school. I found a map of the Silk Road on Google Images. I copy and paste that image into my flip chart, and I want to be able to access this map later on throughout the year so that I can review with my kids. So I create a folder in my resources folder called Silk Road. And now I'm going to put this map inside that folder. And because this entire folder is in Dropbox, now I can actually get to this map regardless of which computer I'm on, as long as I've followed the steps that I've outlined today. Basically, the Dropbox account is syncing up everything in real time so that even if I went home, I could still have access to that map on my computer at home. Let's quickly review the steps that you'll need to take in order to make this happen. Step 1. Set up or have a Dropbox account on every single computer that you're going to use. Step 2. Copy and paste the My Resources folder from the document's location into your Dropbox. These two steps only need to be completed once. Step 3. In the View menu of ActivInspire, select Customize. Under the Settings tab, select Profile and Resources and change the location of My Resource files to the folder you just created in Dropbox. Steps 3 and 4 will need to be completed on each of the computers that you intend to have access to your resources on.